Hey fight fans, welcome back to the Fight Book. This is the Indian accent guy back with some massive fight news. Today we have updates from Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall, and that update is not positive. Plus UFC Paris announcement, some heavyweight fights, and Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Let's start it from Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall update. Tom Aspinall, in his recent interview to Chael Sonnen and DC, he announced himself the true undisputed heavyweight champion in the UFC and says he is ready to move on as Jon Jones is retired. He says he want to fight 2 times before the end of this year and his return date and location are already booked. He further says that people comparing him with Michael Chandler, who wasted years in the hope of Conor fight, are wrong because he is moving on from Jones and he is gonna fight somebody, and that's gonna be announced pretty soon. After that interview, he wished Jones happy retirement via Instagram. Matt Brown weighs in on this situation and says that we don't know the facts, that what's going on behind the scenes, and if Tom Aspinall didn't think the Jon Jones fight was going to happen, he probably would have taken another fight. What do you think? Jon Jones versus Aspinall fight is really off the table, or they are just messing with fans' heads? Anyway, from Jon Jones' side, we have just a story from Jon Jones' past, or you can say a fun fact. According to former UFC referee John McCarthy, something strange happened with Jon Jones before one of his fights. Jones was in his locker room and asked for someone to practice with. A guy who worked for the commission and knew Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu offered to help, and Jones asked him to get on the ground in a specific position called guard. While they were practicing, Jones did something inappropriate to him, a sexual act that shocked that guy, and then McCarthy told Jon to stop it. Jon tried to laugh it off, saying he was joking, but then asked what would happen if he did something like that. McCarthy warned him that he could be disqualified. Later, Jon's coach Greg Jackson apologized to McCarthy for what happened. After this revelation from John McCarthy, fans are calling Jon Jones a gay. Do you think this story is enough to call someone a gay? Whatever, let's move on towards UFC 316 that is going to happen this weekend. Bantamweight is a weight class in which there is no clear GOAT, but Jon Anik says that Merab Dvalishvili is his GOAT, as he has already fought champions in Henry Cejudo, Peter Yan and Sean O'Malley, and also have defended his belt against a killer in Umar Nurmagomedov. From Sean O'Malley's side, we have a news that O'Malley's father will be in his corner for the first time ever for his UFC 316 rematch with Dvalishvili. This is O'Malley's 60th birthday gift to his father, whose birthday is on June 7th. Anyway, O'Malley will bring back his pink custom short at UFC 316. Moreover, the women bantamweight champ Juliana Pena is also getting the custom attire for her co-headliner. Talking about the women, Maycee Barber reacted to her pullout from last weekend's card against Erin Blanchfield, where she apologized from the UFC and thanked her fans. Her opponent Erin Blanchfield confirmed in Ariel Helwani show that she received her show and win money plus the 20% of Maycee Barber's show money because she had missed her weight. She also says that she would not take Barber fight again and would like to move on. Last news from women's fight, a neck injury has forced Paige Van Zandt out of her upcoming Power Slap title match. The GFL promotion, which had signed her and fighters like Kevin Lee for more than $1 million contract, is getting sued by former UFC fighter Kevin Lee for defamation and extortion. Anyway, let's move back to the UFC's lightweight division, where Ilia Topuria asked his fans via Instagram that what they would prefer, submitting Charles Oliveira or knocking him out. Anyway, UFC have announced UFC Paris 4 in Accor Arena, France for September 6th. I think it would be interesting if we get the grudge match between Benoit Saint-Denis and Mateusz Gamrot for the headliner of this card, with the co-headliner in Manon Fiorot versus Natalia Silva. Nasruddin Imavov in the headliner would also be great, but as he is waiting for a title shot against the winner of Khamzat versus DDP, so he is very unlikely to headline that card. Anyway, Ranger Raider, who is fighting Robert Whittaker in his next fight, thinks that Nasruddin Imavov is a harder fight than Khamzat Chimaev. He also says that he expects to finish Robert Whittaker in UFC Abu Dhabi headliner.
Knockout?
Yeah, I'm a striker now. So yeah, fuck jiu-jitsu.
From the same middleweight division, Sean Strickland, who previously revealed that he declined a fight against Caio Borralho, have now revealed that why he did that. He is not too eager to fight anyone he considered a friend. He says it's not only him turning down Caio, they both turned down this fight because of the mutual respect. Lastly, from the UFC middleweight division, Michael Oleksiejczuk will be returning to fight at UFC 319 in Chicago. Nursultan Rozibov says he has fight news coming soon, and Marco Tulio also says that he has his next fight booked. It is rumored that Oleksiejczuk's opponent is Rozibov, so let's see if that is the case. Now let's move on to the UFC featherweight division. Gene Silva, who previously had said that his next fight is booked, now says that his next opponent will be revealed later this week. Moreover, another ranked featherweight contender, Dan Ige, also says that he has signed the contract for his next fight. But Gene Silva versus Dan Ige is not the fight fans want or they are expecting. There are rumors that Dan Ige's next opponent is Patricio Pitbull, and Gene Silva is rumored to fight Arnold Allen. So let's see which rumors are true. Now, the last news from the UFC is about the broadcast battle that is heating up with the UFC's $1 billion plus rights deal in play. With its ESPN deal expiring in 2025, UFC is hunting a new media partner, and this time they want $1 billion per year, double the current amount. Netflix, Amazon, YouTube, and Warner Bros. Discovery are all circling, but ESPN still holds the inside lane. Now, outside of the UFC, BKFC have announced that their BKFC heavyweight champion and former UFC heavyweight Ben Rothwell will take on a failed Australian boxer Alex Simon in the main event of BKFC 79 on July 18th in Australia for the inaugural super heavyweight title. From the boxing world, Moses Itauma is set to return on the Alexander Usyk vs Daniel Dubois 2 undercard on July 19th. But the bad news is that his promoter Frank Warren revealed that he is not facing Martin Bakole. He says Itauma's next opponent will probably be announced Saturday during the Wadley Huni event. MFR started all the talks of a fight between Itauma and Bakole, and now when he sees fans are really showing interest in this fight, he backs off. Next, we have a big news from Big Fight. Devin Haney vs Teofimo Lopez had officially signed from Devin Haney's side for August 16th in Saudi Arabia, and all of the boxing channels and reporters had announced this fight just to learn that Teofimo Lopez pulled out of this fight and do not want it. The super lightweight fight that is officially confirmed is Isaac Cruz vs Angel Fierro 2 that is added on Pacquiao vs Barrios July 19th card. Cruz had scored a dispute decision win over Fierro in a slugfest in February. And that's all in this video. Now you are again completely up to date with the fight world. If you enjoyed the video, do like it and give your feedback in the comment section because that is the motivation, and if you have already done it, do whatever you want.